God. Let's go back out to the callers. Let's go to Karl in Reno. Go ahead, Karl.
Hey, Owen, what's going on?
Would you say this election has brought you closer to God, distanced you from God, or indifferent?
Well, that's I don't want to say creepy, but the reason I called, and now that you've asked that, I've always been a Christian since I was 8 years old, and, you know, like everybody else, I go in and out, but as I get older and stuff, and I'm one of the reasons why we're where we're at, because I never voted. I just kind of live my life, and, it'll all work out. But because of everything and Alex and the whole thing, and almost like God leaning on me, I started thinking, well, I got to vote this time and register and donate and pray and everything. And I'm a truck driver, and so I have the ability to go wherever I want. And I missed the Venetian one in Las Vegas, and then I got a load here to Reno, and I went to the coffee shop to see what's his schedule, and I saw, no way, it was Thursday. I go, oh, he's going to be in Reno Saturday. Okay, cool. So I donated. I'm praying. I'm going to pray. Talk my daughters into voting for him and talking to people. So I'm doing all for the first time, and it's because I feel like God's saying, hey, you're either going to get involved or you're not, and plus I'm going to go to Raleigh. I want to see him live, and that's going to be neat. So I go to the to the event early, like a concert, so I can get in front and be up there and neato and all that. And I do, and everything's working great. We're all having a great day, and it's beautiful. And we get in there, we're all talking for hours. And 30 minutes into the speech, I'm right in the front, in the center, 50 feet away from Trump, and there's nothing but positive energy until this guy bumps into me. The minute he touched me, I felt the eeriest, creepiest feeling I've ever felt. And I thought, here we go. Like at a rock concert, I've paid the dues of being here all day long to be up front. Here comes the guy that's going to want to, wiggle his way forward to do what, if you've ever done it at a concert. But the eerie feeling, and I kind of turn and glance at him. He's taller than me and pretty big. And I'm like, why is he wearing a coat? And he's whistling really weird, like he's nervous, and he's staring at Trump, and his eyes are kind of going back and forth. And all of a sudden, I'm like, something's not right. And I kind of look at everybody around me that we've all been talking all day long, and they're looking at me the same way, like, what's with this? And all of a sudden, his left hand reaches towards underneath the back of his coat, and all of a sudden, I'm not a brave person at all. I don't want to say I'm a coward, but I'm more of a fraidy cat to where I'd rather get away. And I'm like, oh, well, wait a minute. This is not a movie, is it? And I'm like, and then everybody kind of panicking. And then Mr. Red Shirt comes up like he's with him, and he's standing behind him, and I'm like, okay. And by the way, this is all happening within seconds, but of course, as I'm explaining it, it sounds like it's longer. And he finally finds his spot, and he's dead still stare at Trump. And I'm like, there's something wrong here, and everybody around me is doing the same. You feel this tension. He reaches again behind there the second time with his left hand, and at this point, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then people start kind of backing away, but a few of us are like, and I'm about ready to run because I'm thinking, there's no way. And something just says, no, stand here. And I tell Mr. Red Shirt, hey, man, get around over to his left in case something's wrong. He looks at me like, what? He reaches down, Mr. Red Shirt, lifts up the guy's coat forward and drops it real quick, takes off around in front of him, and I don't see him anymore. Then all of a sudden this sign comes up from the big guy saying, Republican. I thought it said F Trump, but it says Trump hater or something. Then he reaches back for the third time, and a guy behind me quickly reaches for that coat, flips it up, gun! And then at that moment, myself And
wait a second. So I'm just realizing this. So I just understood the board. You were actually next to the guy who got escorted out of the Reno event.
Yeah, and here's the deal. After this is all done, real quick, let me go into this part, and then I'll finish it. The next day, I was up all night long because I couldn't sleep because it really affected me really bad. Because the more...
Oh, my God. This guy, total plant. No, but wait. Total plant. Go ahead.
Wait, when I get done, Owen, I don't know if you guys want to record it, and then we'll talk, because I've already left a message on Alex saying no one called me, and Roger Stone. I've never done this before, and I didn't know if I knew. No one's called me. And the irony, the next day, I'm kind of rewatching you and Joe Biggs. It's already the next day, but it's live in your world that night, and you're both going, if anybody was a witness, I'm thinking to myself the next day,
yeah.
What do you mean witness? I'm the guy that was bumped into and grabbed him and pulled him down. And I'm here, and since then, I'm watching every video I can, every interview, and I'm like, wait, none of you are accurate. I mean, I ran the race, and everybody else was getting the ribbon. But anyway, so when the guy flips the coat up that was behind me, real quick. The first time I glanced down, I'm looking him up and down, I was sure I kind of saw something slightly bulging at the belt. Because remember, he's wearing like this sleeveless pleated coat indoors, and it was 65 degrees outside and 75 in there with all the bodies, which was odd. And his eyes and whistling and all this was just odd.
He looked all hopped up. He looked all hopped up on drugs.
Well, as I'm speaking, you guys can type his name in and the interview and look at his eyes that night after they let him go. He's in Reno. Look at that guy's eyeballs. They're like saucers. But anyway, when he yelled gun, myself and two other guys, I would say literally simultaneously, I was the body hug guy that grabbed him. The other guy came over the top and went for the neck chokehold, and the other guy was kind of in front. We took him down. 2 or 3 other guys then got on top, and we body slammed him as we're going down. I thought I felt something, wasn't sure. This guy's constantly reaching towards with his left arm towards the middle of his back, and as we take him down, I would say a total of 5 to 7 people, legs, arms, but I have the full bulk of his body wrapped and body slamming, and he's lifting all of us up. And I'm like, as hard as I could, I would just kind of re-grab him and body slam him. And like I said, seconds are going by, and everybody does, they're kind of scrambling. And I've watched the video, and most of the crowd, and Trump's still kind of staring with his he's staring in the sun, and it's like, wait, 30 or 45 seconds has already gone by. So if he had a gun, and where we were standing, if this guy was even a half-ass shot, we wouldn't be talking about what's happening tomorrow. She would already, because he'd be gone. But anyway, body slamming, and I just remember saying, you aren't shooting any effing anybody. Body slamming some more. And he just moving and twisting and trying to reach, and people keep yelling gun. And then all of a sudden, I've got my right arm under his stomach. I feel him doing something. I turn towards the stage, and I'm staring right at a black Secret Service guy, and as loud as I could yell, "Get the effing Secret Service right here, man! He's got a gun!" It's like, how long is it going to take, man? And all of a sudden, I feel everybody dive on me in that, and I'm still holding him, and then I can see, because my face is like against his back, I see his left arm being handcuffed, and the Secret Service is saying, man, give me his right arm. Give me his right arm. I go, dude, I'm trying, man. He's strong. And at that point, I'm rolling on my back, but my arm's still under there, and like a football game where they're trying to see who's got the fumble. They're trying to yank everybody away, and these two Reno PD guys in black come around. They're looking straight down at me with my arm under him, and they had this look in their eyes like, oh, crap, they're going to shoot me thinking I'm the one. And all of a sudden people point, no, good guy, good guy. And then they grab me and yank me out, and this guy's just moving everybody around, moving around. And I would say there were 3 to 5 guys yelling gun, and you can see in the videos fingers they were making their fingers like a gun. So it wasn't just me.
So who originally yelled gun?
The guy behind me, I don't know who it was.
Okay.
Was the one that reached forward. And remember Mr. Redshirt earlier when I asked him, get to his left, something's wrong. He just looks at me, and here's the creepy
So this guy shows up. He's probably a plant. He's all hopped up on whatever, drugs or maybe the excitement because he knows what he's about to do. And
correct.
You witnessed this whole thing.
No, and I've been trying my best succinctly without bloviating too much to almost bring you there since we've got a camera and the smells and the feels and the sounds. Because I remember when someone called in for like 9 minutes that was on your show, and he was describing, he had a gun on the side. I'm like, no. And I'm hearing other shows. I'm like, no, I was shy of being part of him. I was there, and I was in it and doing it, and all that. And then, in fact, I can see myself in the CBS video. They're the one that has the best, clearest camera because they zoom in. Right side wasn't as good as I thought it would be, and I could see myself coming up and putting on my Steeler hat and put my glasses on, and it was like, and they're moving him around. Now, here's the thing that creeps me out the most. They took me away and a couple other guys to do the reports for the Secret Service, took him off. And I'm not kidding. I know I'm not crazy. I know what I saw, smelled, heard, and everything. I wouldn't swear to God, but pretty darn sure there was a gun, but there were so many bodies and so much happening. Now here comes the Alex Jones or whatever conspiracy type thing. I think there was. He was taken away and claimed that there wasn't and let go. Here's the even creepier part. I'm the main guy, along with the other two. No one ever called me from Secret Service or the news or anything, and yet I'm at a bar now just trying to relax and calm down, like 2 in the morning, and I'm staring at the TV, and here's this guy being interviewed with a puppy dog look and the big saucer eyes. I don't know why they were jumping me. I'm a Republican, and they were beating me up and kicking. And it's like, wait. You're the bad guy. Why are you on TV being interviewed? And, oh, by the way, feel sorry for me. And then I saw a video where he's on Good Morning America, and now he's all calm. He's on you guys can type it in, Good Morning America. It was today or yesterday. It's 2 minutes long, and the girl goes, I hear that you're a plant or something. Is that true? No, not at all. I'm just a Republican that thinks Donald Trump is dangerous. I just wanted to go to the...
Okay, well, look, this guy, people have already investigated this guy. I think that he may have been a Republican, but he's been online. He's proven he doesn't like Trump. Actually, I got to be honest. I can't even remember everything that came out about this guy. I know that they looked into him. They found all of his social media. They found out who he was in touch with and all this crap. And it was pretty much basically, he was a plant. But I'm just confused then. What is your theory? Because Secret Service is not going to let some guy with a gun go. I promise you that.
Maybe not them, or are you sure? Because now, here's the last thing I want to say. Like I said, I'm a fraidy cat. I never thought I could do something like that. I actually wanted to run, but I didn't. And I feel, everybody's all pat me on the back and say, man, that guy right there, proud of you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And okay, maybe I could have taken a bullet for Trump. Fine, I'd make history. Or now that we say he doesn't have a gun, it was like, well, you didn't really do anything. What kind of frustrates me is everybody in the world, the Secret Service, everybody's getting credit, but I've actually watched the videos, and at least a minute goes by where he could have shot him, and then now the...
All right, Karl. Well, here's the deal, Karl. Here's the deal. I trust your story and everything, and it's great, but I'm being told we literally have thousands of people trying to call into the show right now, and I appreciate you calling in and sharing your story. Send an email to tips@infowars.com and just tell us who you are and write your story. I'm sorry, what was that? Show tips at Infowars.com. Send us your story. Tell us you're the guy. And, maybe we can look more into this. You can look more into this, and we can maybe start to connect some dots. But I got to let you go. Thank you for the call, Karl, the guy who tackled the, at one time, alleged gunman, but then wasn't a gunman, but then now Karl thinks may have been a gunman, and he was right there on the scene. So that's some wild stuff. But just send your story to Show Tips and try to compile some other stuff there that we can put with it. And we'll look more deeply into that. Wow, I'll tell you what, folks. We are, I've been on air since, 10 o'clock, over 5 hours, and we've got thousands of people called in. It's 4:16 on the East Coast, 3:16 Central Time, 2:16 Mountain Time, 1:16 on the Pacific Coast, and we have thousands and thousands of people tuned in to Infowars.com/show. Thank you so much. Support the broadcast, InfoWarsStore.com. What do you think, guys? You think we got more people tuned in to Infowars right now than CNN?